Level 1. First steps. You're 6 years old. You watch Formula One cars racing on TV, and something inside you changes forever. That night, you can't fall asleep. The roar of the engine still echoes in your mind, and the race keeps replaying before your eyes. The next morning, you tell your parents one simple sentence: "I want to become a racing driver." They exchange surprised glances. They know racing is expensive. They know it's dangerous. But the determination in your eyes leaves them no choice. A few weeks later, your father takes you to a karting circuit. You count down the final minutes before meeting your dream. For the first time, you climb into a racing cart. Your heart is pounding faster than ever before. The steering feels incredibly sensitive. You lose control and crash into a stack of tires at the edge of the track. You watch the more experienced kids glide effortlessly through the same corners. You realize the road ahead will be a long one. Every weekend, you return to the track. Little by little, your hands begin to understand the steering wheel. You're 8 years old. You enter your first real race and finish in last place. You're 9 years old. Your parents save up enough money to buy you your own kart for $3,500. You get your first coach. His lessons cost $45 an hour. Training becomes much more serious. At one race, you stand on the podium for the very first time. Third place. A fire ignites inside you. Then comes a rainy race. The track is slippery. Your kart spins in a corner. But you get going again. Soon, you win your very first trophy. A local newspaper publishes a story about you. You watch the sunset, knowing one thing for certain: Formula One is waiting for you. Level 2. The Rising Star. You're 13 years old. You step into the National Karting Championship, where the competition is on a completely different level. Training becomes even more demanding. Your coach expects more from you every single week. Your first national race arrives. You're nervous, but deep down, you know you're ready. Then a mistake on the track. A crash ends your fight for a podium finish. You spend hours studying telemetry, analyzing every lap and every mistake. Eventually, you earn your first victory at the national level. People begin to notice your name. Your first sponsor places their logo on your racing suit. The deal is worth $5,000 per season. Competing in the national championship costs your parents around $15,000 a season. The sponsorship money helps, but the pressure keeps growing. You're 15 years old. A junior driver academy notices your talent and invites you to a Formula 4 test. For the first time, you climb into a real Formula race car. This is no longer karting. Your Formula 4 debut is overwhelming. The speed is unlike anything you've ever experienced. You crash, but you go back to work, lesson after lesson, lap after lap. Eventually, you claim your first Formula 4 victory. For the first time, the motorsport press prints your name. A major sponsor signs you to a $50,000 per season deal. People in the junior series paddock now recognize you. Next stop, Formula 3. Label 3, the road to Formula 1. You're 17 years old. You move up to Formula 3, where the stakes are higher than ever. Your first test in the new car leaves even you in awe. The speed, the downforce, the power, everything is on another level. A Formula 3 season costs around $500,000. Your parents are proud, but their worries continue to grow. The engineers analyze every lap you complete. At this level, there is no room for carelessness. A fierce rival emerges, a driver who fights you for every inch of the racetrack. In the final corner of one race, he beats you to the podium. The defeat burns more than any crash ever could. But you refuse to give up. You return to the track with twice the determination. Soon, you earn your first Formula 3 victory. This time, your rival finishes behind you. You're 19 years old. You're promoted to Formula 2, the final step before your dream. The new car is faster and more demanding than anything you've driven before. You sign with a Formula 2 team on a contract worth $200,000 per year, plus performance bonuses. The season is anything but easy. A crash and relentless pressure push you down the championship standings. You spend long nights working alongside your engineers, perfecting every detail of the car's setup. Then comes the decisive race of the season. You fight your way to victory and prove that you're ready for the next level. Then, the phone rings. It's a Formula 1 team. They're offering you a seat. The dream you've chased your entire life has finally become reality. Level 4. Formula 1 driver. You're 21 years old. You sign your first Formula 1 contract. For the first time, you see your real Formula One car waiting inside the team's garage. The pre-race press conference for your first Grand Prix begins. The entire world is watching you. You line up on the starting grid for your first Formula One race. Your heart is pounding harder than ever. Your debut is a difficult one. You finish well behind the front runners. The engineers examine every detail of the car. At this level, the price of a mistake can be your entire career. A seasoned rival emerges, a veteran who has no intention of giving you a single meter of track. You score your first championship points. A small achievement, but a real one. Your first Formula One salary is $2 million per year, plus performance bonuses. Then comes your first Formula One podium. The feeling is unlike anything you've ever experienced. Your fame grows rapidly. Your face appears on magazine covers around the world. Then disaster strikes. A major crash shakes your confidence for the first time. You begin to doubt yourself, but you come back stronger. Your doubts become fuel. Then it finally happens. You win your first Formula One Grand Prix. The grandstands erupt with deafening cheers. You're no longer a rookie. You're a Formula One driver known around the world. Level 5, World Champion. You're 25 years old. A new season begins. This time, you're fighting for the World Championship. Your biggest rival returns stronger than ever. The battle for the title begins with the very first race. The championship standings swing back and forth from one Grand Prix to the next. Your annual income now exceeds $10 million. Then, midway through the season, a major crash nearly destroys your title hopes. But you come back stronger than ever. Your teamwork becomes flawless. The biggest global brands line up to sign sponsorship deals with you. You become the face of an entire generation of motorsport. The whole world watches your every lap. The pressure reaches its absolute limit. The penultimate race of the season leaves the championship separated by only a handful of points. Then comes the final race weekend. The world title will be decided here. Qualifying. Against overwhelming pressure, you claim pole position. The starting lights go out. The race of your life begins. In the closing laps, you battle your rival wheel to wheel, corner after corner. Neither of you gives an inch. Then you cross the finish line first. You're the Formula One World Champion. The grandstands erupt. Your team lifts you onto their shoulders. Your parents watch with tears of pride. Later that evening, you stand alone on the empty circuit as the sun sets, and you remember the little boy who once sat in front of the television, dreaming of this exact moment.